This meeting of the Attleboro School Committee is called to order. Please rise and join the committee in the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I would ask that you please note that this meeting is being electronically recorded. Tonight, we're having a special meeting of the school committee on a Wednesday evening, December 16th. We have a couple of business matters to address very briefly, and the school committee does have an executive session that we will be entering into to address a labor relations matter. Before moving on to the business agenda, I do have one item that was a late addition to our agenda, and not one that we will be taking action on tonight, but an important and exciting preview for our meeting on Monday, December 21st. Mr. Sawyer, our assistant superintendent and our incoming superintendent, has led, along with a screening committee on which the school committee was represented by Mr. Withers and Mr. Tyler, along with parent representatives, educator representatives, and administrator representatives. That committee has endorsed, and following consultations with multiple candidates, Mr. Sawyer has forwarded to the school committee Laurie Regan, our ELA K-8 coordinator, an important voice in the academic affairs of the Attleboro Public Schools, as the next assistant superintendent of schools in Attleboro. So this school committee is certainly very familiar with Ms. Regan's work. She's appeared before us many times on a variety of topics. She is, like so many of our educators, truly distinguished herself with her potential for educational leadership, and she will be appearing before the school committee on Monday evening and making a presentation that Mr. Sawyer and I have asked her to prepare, and we certainly look forward to considering that recommendation, and I express my gratitude to Mr. Withers and Mr. Tyler, as well as the entire screening committee. So we will be taking up that matter on Monday evening. Tonight, we have two business items on our agenda. The first is a motion to appoint, based on the superintendent's recommendation, Ms. Joan DeAngelis, our current Director of Student Services, to the position of Interim Director of Special Education. Ms. DeAngelis will be serving in that role for a 6-month period due to Dr. McSweeney's acceptance of a different role in the district. So at this time, I would entertain that motion.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
I just hope that we won't have too much turnover in the future and that the department starts moving in the right direction.
Thank you. And so Ms. DeAngelis certainly has the gratitude of the school committee, and we wish her the best of luck, and I'm sure she will be appearing before the school committee in the near future. I'll take a roll call vote. Ms. Singer?
Yes.
Mr. Larson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy, yes. Mrs. Scales?
Yes.
Mr. Withers?
Yes.
Thank you. Our other business agenda item is just a reminder that we have a number of communication policies and protocols that have been bouncing between the Policy and Personnel Subcommittee and the School Committee, and I believe that those will be prepared for final adoption at Monday's meeting, and I will circulate them with the School Committee packets on Friday. At this time, I would entertain a motion pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A2, to enter into executive session for purposes of collective bargaining negotiations. The school committee will not reconvene in open session.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Withers?
Yes.
Mrs. Scales?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy, yes. Mr. Larson?
Yes.
Ms. Singer?
Yes.
Thank you very much, and I want to extend my gratitude to AACS for allowing us to continue our communication efforts with the community. They were the organization AACS was the inaugural recipient of the Joseph Finberg Award on Monday night, and an individual at AACS, David Angel, who's been just extremely reliable, and someone that the school committee would not be able to communicate to the community without. And as part of our gratitude to AACS, we had him come out for a total of about 10 minutes worth of work. So to Mr. Angel, we extend our gratitude as well as to Mr. Stanton, Mr. Jones, Mr. Friedman, and Austin, everybody else at double ACS. Emily as well. Thank you. I probably forgot a few people. We'll be back. Do you feel loved?